Hey, I'm Adam Jusko from PropMoney.com. Varo Bank has a new credit building credit card out called Varo Believe, and we are going to take a look at what it offers and what we think of it. But first, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not already. And if you have already, I thank you for doing so. So Varo Bank, one of the many online-only banks out there these days, has a new credit building credit card that is offering its banking customers that very much mimics the popular Chime Bank Credit Builder card, which I have talked about favorably in another video on our channel because it is sort of a unique way to build credit through a secured credit card. So we're going to talk about what the specifics are, the good, and sort of the downsides as well. So the new Varo Bank Believe credit card is a secured credit card that exists to try to help you build your credit score. And the way it does that is by virtually guaranteeing that you are going to pay off your credit card every month on time and in full. And this will help you build a better credit history and a better credit score, assuming at least that you don't do anything terrible with the other credit that you might have in your life. And the reason that Varo can virtually guarantee that you are going to pay off your credit card bill in full and on time each month is because the Varo Believe card is backed up by your Varo Bank account. So you have to have a Varo bank account in order to get the card. And once you have that set up, you have the bank account and you get the Believe card, the credit line that you get, sort of not a credit line in a way, it is whatever is in that Varo bank account. So let's say you have $2,000 in your Varo bank account. Well, then you sort of have a $2,000 credit line on the Varo Believe card. And the way it works is with the Varo Believe, you go, let's say you go to a restaurant and you buy lunch and it's 40 bucks. Well, what Varo does is they would then take 40 bucks out of that 2,000 that you have in that bank account and they would squirrel it away to what they call the Varo Vault. So they're basically kind of locking it up to make sure that you will be able to pay off that $40 charge that you just made. And then throughout the month, they do the same thing. You make some other purchases. Every time you make a purchase, they're going to take that much away from the balance on your Varo bank account and squirrel it away into that vault. And then when you get to the end of the month or the end of the credit card period, they're going to pay off all those charges that you made with that money that is in the Varo Vault. So basically it works the way that a debit card does, in that the purchases that you make are sort of subtracted from the amount that you have in your bank account. The only difference is that that money is not coming out of your bank account technically throughout the month. It's just being put to the side so that it can pay off your credit card bill. So then your bill gets paid off and Varo then reports your on-time payment to the major credit bureaus. And so every time that you pay off your credit card on time, that means it helps your credit a little bit more. And in this way, with that structure, it virtually guarantees that you are going to pay in full and on time because the money has been put aside to pay for all those purchases that you make throughout the month. All right, so that is the basic structure of the Varo Believe card, and there's some other points to make about it, maybe some questions in your head that I think I will be able to answer. But before we get to some of those specifics, I should tell you that if you want the Varo Believe card, not only do you need that Varo bank account, but there has to be money coming into that Varo bank account every month via direct deposit of at least $1,000. And you need to have what they say is active use of that bank account before they are going to invite you to get that Varo Believe card. So basically what Varo is doing is saying, hey, we have this great card, but if you want it, you're going to have to sort of make us your #1 bank because we want to see direct deposits coming in. We want to see you actually using that bank account. And usually when I talk about banks wanting direct deposit, people always ask the question, well, can I just deposit money from one bank account into this bank account and that will suffice as direct deposit? And generally that is not the way it works. They usually want to see direct deposit coming from a job, perhaps government checks if you're in Social Security or something of that nature. So you do have to have that direct deposit money coming in order to be invited to the Varo Believe card. Now, I talked about this being very similar to the Chime Credit Builder card, and I have to say that Chime Bank, when they first launched that Credit Builder card, they did the exact same thing, saying that you needed to have direct deposit coming in order to get that card. They have since changed it where you have to have one direct deposit in the last 365 days, at least as I make this video. So they started in one place and then changed what was necessary in order to get your hands on that card. So we will see if Varo launches in one way and makes a change down the road. All right, if you can meet that direct deposit requirement and the Varo Believe card sounds good to you, there are a few other questions that you might have that hopefully I will answer right here, because there are a lot of other good things about this card if you are someone that is trying to build your credit. Number one, it has no fee attached to it. It also has no interest rate attached to it because you can never carry a balance from month to month. You are always going to be paying off that balance in full. So you don't have to worry about what interest rate there would be because you're not going to have one. So really it's more like a charge card in that way. It's always going to get paid off every month in full. There is no hard pull on this card, so you're not going to take any hit to your credit score or your credit history for applying for the card in the first place. It has no foreign transaction fees, so a lot of good things here. You don't have any extra fees, you don't have any interest rate because you're never going to pay interest on the card. You're not going to get any kind of credit hit when you actually add this card to the credit cards that you hold. So as far as Varo is concerned, they're giving you a really nice deal here. This is not a money maker for them. The money maker for them is for you to become a Varo Bank customer and to be putting money on a regular basis into that Varo Bank account. So you can think of that Varo Believe card as a secured charge card, much like that Chime Bank Credit Builder card. And what is better about this model versus the traditional secured credit card model is that with traditional secured credit cards, you have to come up with some money up front, give it to the bank. They sort of put it off to the side just to give you that credit card. And once they give you that credit card, you make purchases and then you have to come up with more money to pay off those purchases. And that original money you put up just sits over there and you don't have any access to it and you don't get it back until you no longer want the card, or maybe the bank graduates you to an unsecured card. In this model with the Varo Believe card as well as the Chime Credit Builder card, you have a bank account and all of the charges you make on the card are coming out of that bank account to pay off those charges. You're not putting up money that just sits over there and you don't have any access to it until you don't have the card anymore. So yes, you do have that direct deposit requirement, at least as I make this video, but it is not the same in terms of there being money that you can't get your hands on. It is still your bank account. It is still your money in that bank account. It is just being used as a backstop for the credit card to make sure that those credit card charges get paid. All right, one last point to make for you credit builders that know your way around a credit score and you understand the components, and that has to do with credit utilization. While the Varo Believe card will report those on-time payments to the credit reporting bureaus, this really isn't going to have any impact on your credit utilization that is getting reported to the bureaus because you aren't really getting a credit line in the traditional sense here. You really have the credit line that is equal to whatever is in that bank account. And so that can bounce up and down depending on how much money you have in there. So that part is not going to get reported to the credit bureaus. They're not going to say, you know, if you have $2,000 in that bank account, that you have a $2,000 credit line and you only spent, you know, $200 this month of your $200 credit line. It does not work that way. And so that part, at least as far as I know, is not going to get reported to the credit bureaus. That is how the Chime card works as well. So it's really those on-time payments that are the key component here in terms of how it can help you to build your credit. So overall, the Varo Believe card is a nice way for you to build up your credit, but again, it has that stipulation of having to have that Varo bank account that also has that direct deposit money coming in. So that's really the sticking point where you have to decide if one is worth doing the other. If you don't have a bank that you regularly bank with and going to Varo Bank is as good as anybody else as far as you're concerned, well, then this is not something that bothers you. For a lot of people, it's going to mean, do I want to have this new bank account? Do I have a direct deposit that will go in every month and, you know, meet the requirements in order to get my hands on the card? That's obviously going to be a hurdle for many people. But that is the story about the Varo Believe card. If you have questions, comments, put those in that comment section below. Otherwise, I thank you for watching. And as always, please go to proudmoney.com where we do credit card reviews. We talk personal finance, talk deals, and all sorts of other fun stuff too. Thank you for watching. Bye.